Sonny, it is a new era at Tottenham Hotspur. How are you finding it so far?
Being I would say positive, very positive. Obviously, changing of style of football and then bring some of the energy. And obviously, from last couple of years, I think we've been changed this year. I think especially a lot, and especially with Hugo and H is leaving and some new players coming. But I think every young players are doing great job, hard work, and it's been a very positive.
There's been a lot of change, hasn't there? And obviously, a big part of that is the new manager, Ange Postecoglou. How are you finding it working under him?
Oh, so joy. I mean, seeing different football and different play of football. I mean, I had a greatest manager, I think I would say. I had a Mourinho and I had a Conte, Antonio, and also Nuno, Maurizio, and now I think everybody want to play different style of football, but this football is just getting more interesting every single day. You know, I want to do better, and for him and the football what he wants to approach, and it is actually unbelievable.
You named some of those managers that you've worked under at Spurs before, and in the past it hasn't always been the most expressive football. So how enjoyable has it been, particularly for you as an attacking player, to play Ange Postecoglou's football?
Look, I mean, I think everybody want to play on their opponent half pitch, and you want to play closest to goal as possible, and that's what he wanted. So we want to press the high as possible, and we want to bring a good energy from the start of game, which is I think everybody loves, and then also the fans love to watch it. And I think this is fantastic for us, and as I say before, it's just literally it's a joy to play. Obviously, it's hard work, but you never get free, so you have to work harder so to get a right results and right reward.
That's what I was going to say, is that it's quite a change, isn't it? So how much work have you had to put in order to change the style so drastically?
Look, I mean, the training session has been a whole change from the last year. I mean, we could just realize how important that is, you know, from pre-season day one. You know, we were doing some small side games, like going into the legs. You know, everybody was just like blowing. You know, everybody was dead after the training session every single time. And also during the week, I think we were training really hard, and Monday till Friday, whenever the game is, we're working really hard to get it ready on the weekend, which is, I think, very important. And you realize how important that is in the training, and you have to even work harder in the training to perform in the game, you know. And that's why we approach the program. So yeah, been a very hard week. I mean, season, but when you see the guys is working hard on the pitch and on the game day, it makes me very proud and happy.
Is this the fittest you've felt? Because of those training methods and how much work you're having to put in?
Yeah, I think in a different way. I mean, with Antonio, we did a lot of runnings, and also with a lot of tactic stuff, and also with Maurizio, also we had to work really hard. But I mean, these kind of things are really different, you know, and with the small side games and intensity training, it helps a lot in the game to be sharpness. You can't tell I can run for, I don't know, 4 hours for just one tempo, but I can be sharp in the game. I think this is most important in the 90 minutes of football game. I think you have to be really sharp and make sure you're ready, make a quick movement to get away from your opponent. I think that's why we're working on it, and I think it's been a very important part of our season.
As well as the style of football, what is Postecoglou like as a man manager?
I do like him. I do love him actually, and sometimes he's like, I don't know, probably people seeing him outside of the changing room, outside our club, probably will say anything to the players, but he's really angry sometimes and give a big shout also when he's not happy about it, and which is I like it, you know, because I think that gives you realize what you have to do. And he's very disciplined, you know, he demanding everybody one from very disciplined, I think, which is very important for me. And look, I mean, I've been working him now just, you're saying almost 10 months, but I've been learning also football part, but human being, I'm learning more than football part, I think, which is very, very impressed.
Would you say that that's helping get the best out of you as a player as well?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just, as a player, I just want to be always honest, you know, and I always want to be a good example because I'm getting old, not early 20s, which is I wish, but, you know, because as soon as when you're being a captain of the huge club and Premier League team of the club, and you have to be a good example for also those players from the academy side, and also that in the first team that who is looking for you and who want to be in this position and just want to be really, really good example. And I think the gaffer helps me a lot, you know, about being his attitude, also his the way he speaks and the way he leads the team, you know. I think it was very, very important for me to see how he does and try to copy him as much as I can.
Let's talk about that moment when you were given the captaincy of this club that you've spent so many years at. What did that mean to you?
Oh, it's been crazy, and I still talk about a lot. And that day, nobody didn't give any notice, you know. So
It came as a surprise?
very surprised. And that meeting, certainly we normally when we have a meeting, we don't have like camera or social media teams in that room. And certainly that meeting, I see photographers and social media teams was inside of the room, and then I was like, what's going on here? And then Gaffer just give a speech and he say, yeah, we're gonna announce the captain today, and it was and he just called my name, certainly just surprisedly. So I was like, what? And then I was getting really surprised, and then I do have to make a speech in front of everybody who is all of them is my best friends, but I couldn't speak because I was so nervous, you know. So, but being a captain of this club, being almost 10 years, is a huge honor, you know, and just want to do best for the club and also for the England Premier League and also the career football.
Yeah. What about you this season as well in terms of the goal scoring? Because for the 8th season in a row in the Premier League, you've scored 10 or more goals, which is an amazing achievement. After Harry Kane left, did you feel like you needed to take an extra bit in your game to keep scoring more goals?
Yeah, of course. I think everybody had the same responsibility. I think everybody wanted to step up, especially when Harry left the club. Obviously, when it's Harry here, 30 goals is guaranteed. But who is gonna make it the 30 goals for this club? And I think as soon as when he left, it was a reality, and you had to just realize in these moments. And I was like, look, somebody has to step up, and then it's me, you know. And because I've been here almost longest player and been experienced player, so just want to take that responsibility. And I do love the pressure, you know, because when you play in the Premier League, you have to get this pressure to improve yourself. So obviously still could score more goals, especially this season, missing a couple of chances, but been a fantastic. But the other guys also step up, like Brennan, Decky, and Timo is also doing well he coming from January, and Richie, especially when he had a tough time scoring goals for the team, I think was very, very important. And 30 goals, and definitely we can cover from everyone from the team.
Well, that's the thing, is you've had to adapt to different players and a different system around you. You're so used to being out on the pitch and seeing Harry Kane around you. Now it's very different. How have you found playing with James Maddison as well?
Look, I think me and H was, I think we had something different connection, I would say, because we've been together nearly 10 years together, playing together, almost same position. We knew actually where we are when we are also demanding each other very, very much. And
a special connection.
yeah, it was very, very special connection. And it was for me a huge honor playing with him because for me, he's one of the best in the world. But look, he left, which was really sad for me, but it was also a good move for him. And he does well, scoring now for Bayern, scoring almost over 30 goals, and I hope he can score more goals. But also we can talk James with Mathers, and he's a fantastic boy. He's still young guy, that he's not still in his prime, and he's working really hard. And we also have a very, very special connection. And before he joined Spurs, I do loved him. I actually loved him because he was a similar player like Christian Eriksen, I would say. And I always follow him, because I like this kind of player who is making a game with his quality, So I think creating chances, scoring goals, make those runs, and for me it was very, very special. And as soon as when he joined here and he's taking even more care about his the game and the behavior, I think he's very, very good, and I'm really joyed to play with him. And obviously I want to make him even better player as much as I can, and try to help him as much as I can. So yeah, but he has a bright future and still not in his prime. Don't forget that. So yeah, he's a joy and fantastic boy.
You were telling me that you watched the Champions League games last night. When you're not playing in the Champions League and you're sat at home watching those games, how much more does that make you want to be there next season? Look,
I mean, there's no height to about this, and I think everybody wants to play Champions League, and that's why everybody want to fight in the table whole season. So look, like yesterday, those two games was fantastic. I think it was entertaining. So to watch the game, but
you want to be there now.
Yeah, of course, we want to be there because we work hard, and we want to be there because it's one of the dream to play, and also fans want to be there as well. So yeah, it was very, very good game. Both game was fantastic, but next year we definitely want to be there.
Well, you're in the position now to qualify for the Champions League. You're in 4th place in the table, and it's in your hands. Do you feel like you can now achieve this and be back in the Champions League next season?
I think right now where we are, it doesn't matter actually. And yeah, I think the most important is where we stand end of season. So look, I know it's all in our hand, and we have tough schedule. So it will be a very, very good game, and also very entertaining game. So we are getting ready for every single game to having warriors and for this big games. And look, as I said before, now the table is not important at all. So the most important thing is the end of season where we stand.
7 games left to go, and the next one is Newcastle at St James's Park. I'm sure you don't need reminding of what happened last season.
No, definitely not. It was painful, and I knew the question would come. So
sorry.
No problem. So yeah, but look, we know what was wrong, and I think at this time, at last time of when we faced Newcastle, I think we were not same team as right now. We were unstable, and we were having so many issues going on. So yeah, right now we have to be really strong. I know it's really tough to place, and Newcastle is a very, very strong side, which is I do like the way they play with the fantastic players. So look, in the Premier League, when you play against teams, you never get 3 points for free. So we're working hard for this week and to get ready, make sure we are ready and sharp to get great results, and we see what's going to happen. It will be a very, very good game, but we have to work hard.
Yeah, Newcastle are one of the teams that have struggled with a lot of injuries this season, and Tottenham have been similar too. Would you say now is a good time to be playing them?
There's never good time, I would say, in the Premier League. So look, sometimes you realize when somebody has more injuries, the guys who haven't been play has a chance to play, and those guys are even more hungry than the others, and you're performing even better, and you get a little bit more anger, and then you're showing on the pitch, and then this is, I think, I would say, the more difficult game. So, and especially in Newcastle, I know how this feel. Been a few times there, so the atmosphere, the fans are fantastic, and so it will be a very, very difficult game. I know we had also the moment when we had a lot of injury, but so is Newcastle, but we can't change about it. So I'm not saying that we have a good time to play against them, but yeah, but they will be also very, very difficult game for us, definitely.